Hey there and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. First and foremost, if you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button before you leave. But if you're a returning subscriber, I'm really excited to bring you today's video because so many of you mentioned my hair, which has become sort of my pride and joy. I'm really sorry for the noises, by the way. Hopefully you guys don't mind. We're just gonna have to tough through it. But as I was saying, I am doing a little hair tutorial today. Lately, I have been doing pin curls, which has totally changed my approach to my hair. I just feel like it's so much easier. I can wash my hair at the end of the night. So this is the result of, you know, first day pin curl hair. It's not exactly like the best result. I think that also has to do with the fact that I just got back from Boston. My hair is just getting used to the changes. This is a style that will last you for a while, especially if you're following my tips. In general, this is super easy to do. It's something you can just do at the end of the night, and it's one of my favorite ways to do it. And obviously, no heat is a plus too. It's gonna drastically improve your hair. Anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna get straight into the video. So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get started. Alright, so now that my hair is pretty much 50 to 60% dry, and I've kind of left it in a towel for a little bit just to give it a little bit more volume at the roots, I'm going to start prepping the hair for pin curling. I've really been loving this split end mender from Living Proof. I find that it does exactly what I need based off the fact that my hair is pretty long. It's hard to maintain a nice non-split end, and I find that this specifically really kind of locks those ends in together. Contrary to my last hair tutorial, I'm going to keep it pretty minimal with hair products. I've actually found since then that the more hair products I put, the more weighed down my hair looks, and I'm able to still keep my volume as much as possible by putting the bare minimum. So I'm going to use something that's specifically meant for curls. I really love this. I actually got it as a sample, and I'm definitely going to go ahead and buy a full-size version. Now that my hair is all prepped and primed, I still find it to be a smidge too wet to put pin curls in, so I'm just going to focus on the front layer of my bangs and pin that back because it's already pretty dry and I don't want to wait too much longer. So I'm just going to pin that one back, put my hair up in a clip, and leave it until it's about 50% dry. You'll notice that I'm going in opposite directions for different curls on my hair, and that really just has to do with the way that I want the curl to hit, and also if I want more volume in an area. Around the crown of my head, I'm going to be pinning underneath my hair, whereas this specific portion, I'm going to be pinning inwards because I want more of a tight curl, and I also really like the way that it looks in the front of my hair. It just kind of makes it look a little Farrah Fawcett-y. You'll see what I mean at the end of the video, but for now I'm just gonna put my hair in a clip to kind of again keep a little bit more volume at the root, and I'll be back once my hair is about 60% dry. Alright, so we are all ready to go and pin curl the hair. This is the most grueling part. I promise it is not as difficult as it looks. It's really just a matter of getting used to the technique. You're going to start with taking your middle finger and your index finger and pushing them together and sectioning off a piece of your hair. It's really totally dependent on you, but the thing to remember is the more hair you take, the bigger the curl will be. If you want a tighter curl, you're going to take a smaller section of your hair. I'm taking about a medium-sized chunk of hair because I want it to look a little bit more wavy than tight curls, and I'm just going to start by putting my fingers sort of halfway through my hair and wrapping it around. The most important thing you need to be conscious of is the ends of your hair. You really want them tucked in there. I want to protect the ends of the hair as much as possible, and I want to make sure that looks as seamless as possible the next day. Not only will that give you the nicest results in the morning, it will protect your ends at night and just keep it looking smoother and nicer overall. I should also mention that I'm just using regular old bobby pins to keep them in place. I find the trick to really lock it in is make an X with the bobby pins. I also do want to mention that the chunks of hair you grab are totally dependent on you and the way your hair is cut. I'm kind of grabbing the layers in my hair even though it's totally grown out and I absolutely need a haircut again, but I'm kind of grabbing with where I know my layers sit, and that's how I kind of know where to grab. And just two more things I quickly want to mention. I don't like combing my hair when it's wet. I really don't like the results. I feel like it just makes my hair look super frizzy. So I'm gonna save that literally for the last moment. Use your fingers as much as possible and finger comb that hair. It will seriously make a difference. And I also just put the tiniest little bit of dry oil in my hair. It's just gonna help make it look a little less frizzy in the morning. Okay, now on to the most important part, in my opinion. This is a totally optional step. If you don't have this, it doesn't mean you can't do it. I found that having a silk bonnet has really helped maintain my overall hair health. It also keeps things from looking super frizzy the next day. And you can just find these on eBay or Etsy for like $10. You're just gonna place it on your head, and since it would definitely fall off overnight if I didn't put bobby pins, I'm just gonna like secure it into place. 4 to 5 usually does the trick. Again, totally dependent on you and how secure you want it to be. But I'm just gonna put this on and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. You can see not a pin curl fell out overnight. Thank you so much, hair bonnet. But before I take my pin curls out, I'm just gonna lightly tap and see if anything still feels a little damp. If that's the case, you're just gonna hit it a little bit with a blow dryer. Make sure you're waiting for that to cool and then take it out. But in my case, everything was totally dry, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take it down. Okay, don't be alarmed when you take your pin curls out. It's not gonna look exactly the way you want, but now is the time to just pin your hair back or leave it down depending on what you're doing, and just allow it to really fall. This is usually when I do my makeup. That hour or so that I'm doing my makeup is usually the optimal time to leave it in place. Now is the fun part, and also kind of irritating in this case because my hair was a lot frizzier than I anticipated, so you're really just going to fiddle with it. I like to start with just using my fingers. Again, I find that when I comb my hair, it just makes it look a little bit frizzier than I would like, so I'm just playing with it, really taking layer by layer and using my finger to twirl it around and get a more defined curl to make it look a little less, well, you can see, make it look a little bit more uniform. If you find your hair is a little bit frizzier than you would like, I'd say go back in with some dry oil, argan oil, really whatever you have on hand. Anything that's meant for making your hair look silkier, smoother, but really the tiniest little bit is all you need. In this specific case, I found I needed a little bit more assistance. Take my brush and get a little bit more control. I am super picky about the way that I brush my hair. I always do it this way. You can see I'm just guiding the brush through the hair, taking layer by layer, running my comb through it, and really defining those curls. I find I get a really nice, voluminous, bouncy curl when I do this, and it looks way less frizzy than if I were to just run my brush through, which is a killer for curves. Everyone knows that, but this is the best way for me to do it, and if I feel like it, I'll hit it with a little bit more argan oil or something to just make it look a bit silkier. I'm just gonna keep playing with my hair until it looks the way that I want, and I will be right back with the results. Well, you guys, there is my little pin curl tutorial. I really hope you liked it. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward, relatively easy. You do need to be a little patient though, because to get the hair to look the way you want obviously takes some waiting, but I find it's the perfect mix for me. If you guys have specific hair tutorials you want me to approach or talk more about hair care in general, definitely let me know in the comments below. This is something that I've spent a long time researching, and I think I found the correct method to go about it. But as per usual, don't forget you can find new videos from me every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and new blog posts every Tuesday and every Thursday, and I'll see you next time. Bye!